me 5 minutes. Okay, and now I think we're on YouTube. Hey you guys, welcome. Okay, we are doing beauty today because it's Thursday, so I'm so glad you're here with me. I have a huge spread in front of me and we're just gonna get to it. So my hair is wild and crazy right now because I just got back from hot yoga, so we're just going to clip it up for right now. We will figure out something with this later on. And we'll just get it on top of our head. You can see, if you're curious, that I do have some bruises from the mezzo that I did on Monday, but it's looking good. And I didn't really I got a little bit of a bruise in my chest, but not too bad. Okay, so we're just gonna use some micellar water just to make sure that our skin is clean. Today I'm using the Attn micellar water. So Attn is a Spanish brand and it's great. They have a lot of great sun products too, like sun care products. Hey Anna, how are you? This person, Koo, says, how are you? They are looking good for 58, but then there's a question mark. Are you saying I'm looking good for 58? Are you trying to say that I am 58 because you put a question mark? Or are you saying you're looking good at 58, but then you put a question mark? So I'm not sure if it's a question. Hey, Linda. Hey, Andrea. Oh, JC Lopez says, good morning, Kim and Beauty Tribe. Hey, you guys. So good to see you. You guys are all spread across 3 platforms right now, and I'm trying to watch all the chats, which you know that I'm going to be horrible at. We're also going to, like, scrub my mouth because I just feel like I get so dry and tongue-tied. Okay, our skin is clean. So the NUA is going to take us 20 minutes to do because I do 5 areas. So while we have the NUA on our face, I figured we could hydrate underneath our eyes and do a little nose extraction, like one of those mighty patch nose things. I thought that could be fun. We'll just see how that all goes. But these are the Patchology illuminating under eye patches. So I thought, yeah, because you're only doing the NUA in certain areas. So there are ways to multitask other little hydration and experiences while we're doing it. Okay, so we've got our under eye patches on. Also, for those on YouTube, how are you liking the color and the setup? Does it look good to you? Because I just redid it and I think it looks good. So I'm just wondering if it's looking good to you guys too. Oh, whose birthday is it? Shoots, they're all wishing someone happy birthday. I'm like totally missing it. Okay, sorry. Okay, so we've got our under eye patches on. These are the Mighty Patch nose strips. I better read how to put them on because I know that I do this wrong all the time. Prep your skin, cleanse fully dry skin, okay. Apply patch, pro tip, start with the middle, then smooth down the sides, okay. Watch it work in 6 to 8. Wait, I'm supposed to put this on for 6 to 8 hours? Okay, I've definitely never used this one. Okay, well, we're gonna put it on for like 30 minutes. How about that? I had no idea these go on for 6 to 8 hours. Okay, well, my bad. Well, these are a lot more like intense than those like Neutrogena ones or whatever we grew up with. Okay, I was used to like the peel and stick and rip off in less than a half an hour. Apparently that will not be the case with this. Wow, this is like, have you guys used this one before? I've had these for so long and I just decided to like go through my bin and pull stuff out. Wow, these are like a lot more legit. Okay, so these little, it looks like, if I don't know if you can see. So this arch part is gonna go up towards my eyes, okay? So it's gonna be like that. And we're gonna peel off this little edge. So they're like, push it down in the center. I don't know if they ever said to remove this, but I feel like I need to. Okay, I can't see it. Okay, I think I should have removed this before I put it on. I was doing it like a sheet mask, but now I'm feeling like maybe that wasn't a good idea. Oh shoot, did I think I just messed this up. This is like hard to get off of this. But I feel like this is how you're supposed to put it on. Okay. Look at this. You guys are probably like giving me a ton of examples on what to do, and I'm just like over here not knowing what I'm doing. Shoving this patch on my face. It's supposed to be on for 6 to 8 hours. Has anybody worn this for like a whole day? I mean, I guess 6 to 8 hours, the idea is you're sleeping in it. I think I got a really horrible application on this. Okay, well, this is our first time, and I've got 10 of these patches, so hopefully at some point I can learn how to use them. Hey, Kailua Kimmy, how are you? Hey, Ryan. Yeah, Linda says sleep in it. Yeah. Well, I thought I could do it for a morning routine. So we'll just see how this goes. All right, here's our NUA. So the NUA is a radio frequency device. You basically do this very frequently for like the first 12 weeks when you get it, and then you can drop down to doing it like 2 to 3 times a week after. But oh no, a bug. But it's going to heat up your skin using radio waves, and it's going to help boost collagen because the heat is going to trigger your body to want to produce collagen. So you have to use a conductivity gel with it, and the version of the NUA that I have needs to be plugged in, but I am getting the wireless one, so we'll be able to compare. And I have been staying consistent using this. My goal is to make a video for YouTube showing the before and afters of using the NUA for their recommended protocol. Okay, so on the side you turn it on, and then you push the button, and now it's blinking, if you can see that. And now I'm just going to start doing it up here in an area that I like to consider my highlighting area. And then you just start moving it around in circles, and you can feel the heat start to build. And the great thing about this is it's monitoring the heat, and once it gets the skin up to 55 degrees Celsius, it's going to start a 4-minute timer, and then it will vibrate when that's done. Okay, so now the green has clicked on, so it's like, okay, yeah, we're getting the skin to that temperature. So now once the green goes on, it's going to monitor the skin for 4 minutes as we treat this area. And you can see that it's getting red already. So you can see the heat impacting the skin. So you just can set this up, and you can just watch TV while you're doing it, because it will vibrate when you need to change it or move it from one area to the next. I know, Viola, yes, with NUA, they want you to put the conductivity gel on the device. I know, very odd, very different than other radio frequency devices. I don't know why they're like so specific about that, because when I originally did it and made like some content for them, I didn't do that. I just put it on my face and used it, and they were like, it has to go on the device and then on the skin. And I was like, why does it matter? So I don't know. I don't think it should matter, but that is how they want it being done. So you're just moving it in little circles as the heat is penetrating into your skin, and you can just enjoy it. It feels nice. Like there's nothing about it that hurts. Yes, so this is a radio frequency device. Oh, Denise says she loves her NUA. Oh, Denise, how long have you been using it for? Baby Blues, this is the NUA radio frequency device that I'm using. Yeah, Viola, I don't, believe me, I know. So weird. Okay, good morning to all of you guys on YouTube. Tisha says, ugh, I'm sitting in a car with the sound off for courtesy. I'm going to have to come back and watch again. I'm terrible on lip reading. Oh, I'm so sorry. Does it not do captions? It probably is hard on lives for it to do captions, because maybe it, I mean, I bet eventually it could do that. Hey, Dawn. Lauren, Tanya, Suzanne. Oh, it's Tanya's birthday. Happy birthday, Tanya. Hey, Bo. Let's go up the line. I know that I missed so many people. Jules. Lauren. Sorry, you guys. You guys are all so nice. Oh, Denise has had her Nua for 1 year. Okay. And Gloria, good question. Gloria says, so do you use this every day? So right now I'm in the period of time where it's the first month where you use it 5 times a week. So I've been doing it Monday through Friday, either on these lives or like at night in my bed watching Netflix. So that's how I've been getting it every night. And then for weeks 4 through 12 or 5 through 12, okay, so it vibrates and now I know to change areas. It says to do it 2 to 3 times a week. So it is a lot of frequency, and it is a lot of radio frequency. I would say that has always been my issue. Okay, so you have to push the button again. Now we're gonna move into this lower area. What is in my face? I would say that has always been my issue with radio frequency and then microcurrent, is that both of these modalities, they take time. And you have to do them very often to get the impacts. So collagen building is no joke, you guys. It's work. It's like going to the gym. If you want to build collagen, you have to make the time to build collagen. It's not something that's just going to happen easy. It's not going to happen with a pill. You have to trigger your skin to want to grow. And the way you do that is with triggers. So the heat is a trigger. Microneedling and creating pricks in the skin is a trigger. TCA peels, the deep exfoliation, is a trigger. Retin-A, using Retin-A every night, that's a trigger because that is encouraging cellular turnover, which encourages collagen and elastin growth. So there's so many ways to trigger your skin to grow collagen, and this is just one of those ways, and it does take effort. And especially with home devices, I don't know what a radio frequency device I mean, I've had it done. I don't know how much more powerful it is because you have to heat the skin to a certain level. So if this is getting my skin to 55 degrees Celsius, how much hotter do you think your skin needs to get? It doesn't need to get any hotter. So it's not like getting it so much hotter is going to make you grow collagen so much faster. That's the reason some of these things that are done in medical spas, I feel like should just be done by the home user, because really what it comes down to is frequency and consistency. So, you can either go have somebody do it for you or you can do it yourself. But either way, you're going to need to be consistent and you're going to need to get that trigger going. With that, I need some water. Sorry, YouTube. I asked you guys what you thought of the lighting today, and then I never even read your questions or anything. Hey, Kathleen, welcome you guys. Hey, Pamela. We are doing radio frequency. Okay, Janet says, oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in forever. Really, Janet? I am very consistent on Thursdays. These Thursday lives, I keep pretty consistent. There is something flying. Oh, you know what it is? It's the tag on this eye thing. And you can see the two red stripes that it's created on the sides of my faces, right? Sides of my face. Oh, Anna Marie says, I'm back. Sorry, work stuff. I'm so glad I caught you. Oh my gosh, Anna, we're so glad you are here. How can hooded eyes be minimized? Okay, so I know a lot of you guys saw that video that I put out last night where I showed what my face looked like 4 years ago. I looked like a hot mess. I don't know what that footage was from. It was like, I think maybe I thought I was filming a vlog that I never made, and we had to go to Best Buy or something. I was looking for an SD card. Anyways, in that video, you see a ton of wrinkles in my, okay, it's vibrated, so time to switch. You see a ton of wrinkles in my forehead, tons of crow's feet, just, I don't know. I look just kind of, you know, not very fresh. And, okay, so now we're gonna move on to this side, and I push the button again. So we'll do that highlighting area on this side. So it was like really interesting for me to watch it and look at my face and look at like my nasolabial fold and how heavy it was and how sunken it was, how much higher my cheeks are. So I've always had good cheekbones, but the volume falls because we lose facial fat and collagen. And so I just feel like my face looks a lot more lifted since 4 years ago when I really started being very, very consistent and sharing the journey. So you guys have helped me stay consistent. I will say this, for YouTube and social media and all that kind of sharing, content making, there's nothing that's kept me more consistent than this need to make content on these topics. So thank you guys for honoring me with your time and helping me make my skin better. So for the hooded eyes, yeah, that was a huge change. Like, you can see how much more space there is than what there was in that video, hopefully. I mean, I know this is like small, little minute changes, but so that video that I put together last night, that footage came from January of 2019, right before I went down for my first plasma fibroblasting experience. So my first plasma fibroblasting experience I got in January 2019, and I got it in LA by somebody who had just, you know, gotten certified or whatever. And so that was my first experience, and I was really excited about it. And then after that experience, I was like, I bet I could do this myself. So I sourced the Premier pen, got it, and started doing it myself. And I think I did in total 4 or 5 treatments around my eyes. I also did around my mouth. I've done my neck and chest a couple times, but I've also done my stomach one time, I think. But it was like the 4 or 5 times around my eyes that I think really helped lift them up. Also, having talks in my forehead, for some reason you would think that it would like drop your brows or something. I don't know, for some reason it's really opened up my face now that my brows aren't like trying to like reach up the way they used to be because my frontalis was so heavy and pulling down. Hey, Celine from Norway, welcome. How do I do it myself? So if you want to join the NaturalKaos app, you can see how I do all of these things myself and how the entire community does lots of professional skincare for themselves. Most of these products and devices are available, and you can source them yourself, and you know, you can prepare and read and watch and get ready. I also think that it's really important to have whatever procedure you're thinking of doing, having it done first professionally is always a good idea, because you're able to see how your skin tolerates it. You're able to see how the professional moves, the timing, everything. I think all of those things are just like really good things to absorb. And then you also get to see how your body heals from it, how long it takes. That way, when you do it yourself, you're like, oh, this is normal. I know that it takes these amount of days for the scabs to slough off. My swelling from it is normal. Like all those kinds of things, they help you at home feel so much more confident if you go somewhere first and have one treatment done professionally. Now, hopefully that treatment is done professionally well and not a bad experience for you. Okay, so it just vibrated. So this highlighter side is done. Now we'll go down to the lower part of our face, clicking the button again. So I always come back to these things because I know people ask me all the time, what's the most effective thing? What made all the difference? And I know nobody likes to hear it, but it's the consistency that made the difference. I'm always looking for ways to trigger collagen in my skin. I'm always looking for ways to do cellular turnover. So for instance, today, once we're done with this, I'm going to use the Ordinary Peeling Solution. This is such a great acid peel for most everyone's skin. It's perfect for the summertime because it's got salicylic in it, so it's going to get into your pores and help break up anything that's in your oily pores, especially like with dirt and sunscreen and sweat as the temperatures get warmer. But it also has glycolic in it, which is going to help with turning over our cells so that we have brighter, firmer looking skin. All of these things are going to help me in tone, in tightness, and in encouraging collagen and elastin to grow as I age. So I'm 41, and if you're my age, apparently we are losing about 1% of collagen a year. And the NUA says that after 12 weeks of treatment, it will boost our collagen by 3.8%, so almost 4%. So I'm excited about those findings, those results, and I'm going to try my best to stay consistent using it through the next 12 weeks so that we can see those kinds of results too. I just think you need to find something that you enjoy doing, that's easy for you, that you'll remember to do, that you can put into your life in a place when you're watching Netflix or you're listening to an audiobook or something, so that you just start multitasking it. Because if you say, I'm always going to do these things at this time or whatever, I think you have to find a way to fit it into your life so that it's just like, oh yeah, I'm turning on Netflix. Oh yeah, I'm radio frequency, or I'm putting on an LED mask, or whatever the case is, or I'm doing like those cellulite blaster things, or whatever the case is for you. Just finding those times in your life where you're like, oh, I could be multitasking this right now. Okay, so as I move down and heat my jaw area, I do try to move down into this like mouth region, because obviously this is where we can get a lot of like crepey and sagging skin, especially because our mouth moves so much. So we get a lot of action in this area. So of course we want more collagen there to help strengthen it. Okay, sorry, checking. Oh, my app is called NaturalKaos. So if you go search it on Apple or Android, or just go to my profile URL, you can click it and then you'll see a ton of different places I am and stuff I use, but you'll also see the NaturalKaos app to Android or to iOS. So we have it for both Apple and Android. So no matter what phone you're using, you can always be with us in our tribe where we do professional skincare together. Oh, Lauren says, I wish you would bring the calendar back. Okay, I've been thinking about that, Lauren, because I've been trying to reorganize my Mezzo Mondays. And so because of that, I feel like I can really forecast out the rest of the year. And with that in mind, I feel like we should do some calendars, because I did not get in my acid peels that I wanted to get in last year. And I also want to do plasma fibroblasting this fall. I was just thinking about all this morning, and I was like, okay, so when I get back from vacation, I need to do plasma fibroblasting. I need to do microneedling deep. Like, I want to plasma fibroblast my eyes, mouth, neck, chest. Then I want to do deep microneedling once those are healed. And then I want to do a series of 2 or 3 TCA peels this fall into winter. So that's my goal. So with that in mind, I need to be organized, and I will, Lauren, create a calendar of my plan so that you guys can follow along if you want. Why are you doing that? Okay, here we go. Okay, so with NUA, they say to divide your under chin into 2 sections. So then this would take 8 minutes, but I actually just do my underneath in one go. I just move it across and in those little circles as it heats up, and that's where I say 4 minutes. I mean, you could always focus in one side and then the other side, but I just find that I can just like get this whole area heated in the 4 minutes, and that's fine. if you wanted to chisel like all the way under here, then, you know, maybe divide it out. But if you're just like doing right underneath here, then I think you can just get away with doing it for the one section rather than two sections. Yeah, exactly, Lauren. So we could definitely have it organized. And the longer I do this, obviously, there was no master plan to this besides the fact that I wanted to take care of my skin better at home, and I wanted to share and the results or the journey, the experience, and I just wanted to see what was out there. And obviously that has turned into something, and now we have the app and everything, but just so you know, I'm not that organized. I try to be, but then, you know, life happens. And anyways, my point with all this is the longer I've done this, the more I've seen my schedule and kind of what makes sense for me. And now I feel like I'm at a place where I can be a little bit more forward thinking. So I think creating a really intense fall winter calendar of ideas and plans is a good idea. And I want to do that. So we will. So thank you for bringing that up, Lauren. That's really sweet of you. Oh, Jules says, Kim, wishing you the best. Thank you. Tisha says, so glad I found you. Oh, Jules asks, can you use the one you are using and the tripolar the same week? Well, Jules, if you have a tripolar, you don't need this. They're both radio frequency devices. So for instance, right now I'm using the NUA instead of my tripolar because I'm trying to do their protocol and see like what will happen, right? But they're both radio frequency devices. So you don't need both. You just need one. Whichever one you want, whichever one you have is good enough. Like you don't need to go out and get another device. They're both doing the same thing. That would be like saying, can I use the Dr. Pen A6 the same week that I use the Dr. Pen M8? And it's like, well, they're both microneedling pens. You just use one, your favorite one, the one you have, the one you can afford. Like that's the best one. I do know though, because I know a lot of you guys are like me, that like getting a new skincare device is kind of like getting a new pair of like running shoes. You know, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go run. I'm super motivated now. I got the new shoes. I'm definitely gonna go do that half marathon. So I think that if you are in the device buying mood, it can be encouraging to try something new and be excited about it. So I would never like diminish that idea, but honestly, it's radio frequency. So if you have the tripolar, you're good. Okay, and we are done. So you can just wipe off the conductivity gel off the and this is kind of what it looks like. So these are the 6 probes that are creating the radio frequency wavelength. That's the reason they need to be attached to your skin with the connectivity gel, moving in a circular motion as you move up and down those regions, because something about these creates a circuit or a wave. I'm not a scientist, but it's important that all these touch and that they have conductivity gel to be able to create that heat in your skin. It has a little magnetic hat that goes on it, which I like. And then it comes with a bag, so you can keep it in your bag with the gel and the cord, and it's all like ready to go. Okay, we are done with our first kind of procedure. Now we'll take off our eye masks and we will rip off this nose thing that obviously I totally messed up, because this was supposed to stay on for 6 to 8 hours. See, I don't even think this is going to do anything for me. And I think when I put it down, I totally messed it up. Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to try this tonight. I'm going to sleep in it and see what happens, because that was totally messed up. Okay. We're going to use the Tula face wash, which I have 2 of these. The other one is open. This one is not. So now we will have 2 big bottles of face wash open. Okay. Oh, you know what? I was going to use my Revive. Sorry. We'll just stick that on there. Okay. Just get some water on our face. Turn my little brush on. Just going to get some water on it. So this is my Revive face, LED facial brush. I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's like, it's got kind of a long name. It's like the Revive LED Sonique something. Anyways, you're getting LED light. You're also getting the vibration because it's doing that whole like quick vibration thing, you know, that you would get in like all of those Sonic brushes. It's a lot cheaper. We have a promo code for this. We also have a promo code for NUA, by the way. Check the description and everything that I'm using. So if you're not on YouTube, just know that on my YouTube video where we're streaming this and it looks better and the camera's in front of me, just know that in the description of that video, we list everything that I'm using and we list it with promo codes if there are any. So that's always nice. So I hope that you understand that we're trying to make it as helpful as possible to you. And the YouTube channel, if you're on Instagram or TikTok, can be found by just going to my profile URL and clicking it, and then it will open up with like the YouTube channel and everywhere else I am. And the YouTube channel is called Spot and Tell these days. I know. Always moving the name around. Okay. So just a quick little vibration on my skin. Then we can turn our brush off. It also comes with, so it comes with 2 silicone tops. So this one's like a little finger scrubby one. And then this one has like little balls so you can massage in like serums and things like that. Okay, so then I have just like a face wipe. These are those, what is this? This is that face halo. Avoto says, so is NuFace effective or no? Well, NuFace is microcurrent, so I was using radio frequency. It's a different type of skin stimulation. NuFace, which is microcurrent, is like doing like it's building ATP in your muscles. So it's kind of like going to the gym and doing a bunch of bicep curls, and then all of a sudden your cheek is lifted because the ATP has rushed in there and it's like the muscle's filled, right? Okay, Avo Toast, she's like, yes, I got that. Okay, well, you were also asking questions that weren't related to what I was doing, so I was trying to make sure you understood. And for everyone else who's watching. In my opinion, you choose the modality that you like using the best, but like going to the gym, after you do microcurrent and you have that pump, it will diminish over time. However, the pump can be cumulative, and I know lots of people like it. It's just for me, it can take a lot of time, and I just never put the effort into microcurrent that I put into actually building the tissue of my face. It doesn't mean microcurrent's wrong. It just means that like, or it doesn't work even. It just means that like, it's not my favorite thing to do. Hey Jane, yeah, sorry about the whole Amazon thing. So I feel like here I can be honest and open. Do you guys want to hear some tea? I feel like we should do some tea. Okay, here's the tea on Amazon. And if they watch this, then okay. I have been an Amazon affiliate, linking to things and doing skincare and beauty with them since 2018. And with the original YouTube channel, we sold a lot through Amazon because I used so many products from Amazon. And then, you know, they were like all about me. And then in 2020, when Amazon live streaming came on board, and I had already been live streaming on YouTube, I was like, okay, I'll do this. And like, I was their first, I have to show you this. Okay, so in 2020, there were only a few of us who got these A-list Amazon awards. And I got one. And I was like their main live streamer. I'd be like on their homepage all the time. Then I lost my YouTube channel. And so like the volume that I was moving, okay, by the way, we're going to be putting on the acid peel as I tell this story. The volume that I was moving obviously diminished because I didn't have that channel with all those videos sharing everything I was using, right? And I lost that original channel in August of 2021. So nothing really happened to my live stream until January of 2022, when Amazon then said I could no longer be an Amazon A-list live streamer. So they changed my contract, and ever since then I've been trying to get back to A-list, but they won't let me. And then they like took away a lot of streaming capabilities. It's just been horrible. So back in the day, I had like 3 people at Amazon that I talked to regularly. Now I have no one, and there's just no point in trying to make Amazon's broken system work with live streaming when they don't seem to care. So that is the reason we will not be doing Amazon live stream this summer. Maybe they'll come back and they'll be like, hey, where did you go? Or they won't. But we have to make decisions for ourselves. And I find that YouTube streaming, TikTok streaming, and Instagram streaming are so much better. They never crash. Like, also, the thing that's super frustrating about Amazon Live is that we have to spend a lot of time preparing it, because we have to make sure that everything that I'm using is in stock and can be put in the carousel, which takes a tremendous amount of work and time. And then, you know, sometimes they don't even launch, and you're just like, anyways, there's a lot more freedom to be had outside of the Amazon thing, but it is a sad story, but a real one, and one that just continues to make us better. Okay, so my face is feeling a little tingly. So I'm using the Ordinary Peeling Solution. You guys, the stuff's amazing. And the thing that I love about it is that it's got 30% AHA and 2% BHA. So you're getting the benefits of the glycolic that's helping brighten and exfoliate your skin, but you're also getting that salicylic that's going into your pores, that's helping break up the gunk that you get, you know, stuck in your holes in your face. And you need both, because if you just do glycolic is only water soluble, so it cannot go into your pores, which have oil. Those are fat soluble. So you need salicylic, which comes from willow bark that is fat soluble, to penetrate into those pores. So different acids do different things, and that's the reason combo acids are so helpful. This, even though it says 30% AHA, it's not severe. There's a tingle factor, but it's not horrible. And even though it's called the Ordinary Peeling Solution, you're not going to peel from this. You might get a little flaky if you've never done any exfoliating before, but honestly, like, it just leaves your skin looking super glowy and fresh. That's what this peel does. And because it's such a light peel, you can do it weekly, especially during the summer, to just keep your skin looking really fresh. One idea is you do it on a Sunday night and you sleep in and you wake up in the morning on Monday morning and your face is just glowing. So that's why I love this acid, and it has not done me wrong, and I have used it for a long time. So very happy about it. Okay, so while we have this acid sitting on our face for like the next 5 minutes, let's do our high frequency in our hair. So we're gonna give our scalp a little stimulation. Hopefully my glass prongs work today. I really need to buy a new set because I just really want a new comb one, because I've exhausted. So I have 5 of these. I've exhausted the comb probe on all of them, and I keep switching them around, trying to get some juice out of some old ones. You're not even gonna work, are you? You're completely done? That's what I thought. But I had to check because I wasn't sure. Let's see. How about you? Ah, all right. I'm gonna bite the bullet today and buy myself a new radio frequency, or a new high frequency. Okay, so really quick, I know it gets confusing because they all sound kind of the same. So we've got radio frequency here that uses these metal, I think they call them polars, or I don't know, but to generate some kind of current that creates a radio frequency that creates heat, right? Somehow that's what this is doing. Okay. High frequency is actually these glass tubes or probes. They have different gases in them. So they have like neon or argon gases, and that helps the energy or the electricity flow to the end of it, and then it arcs into your skin wherever you're using it and stimulates. So basically you're getting this current. It's a current running into your scalp, stimulating it, or your face, wherever you're using it to stimulate. So like I'm stimulating up here on my head. I don't touch it actually down. That's touching. I actually keep it right above. So there's a little space between the probe and my skin, and you get the most stimulation that way. If you touch it down, you don't get nearly the same stimulation. So like, there's just like all this electrical vibration going on right now. It takes you to the edge. I'm kind of at the edge. I'm on a 3 right now. You can back it down if you want. I'm kind of enjoying the high intensity. So I am reseeding in these areas. So the reason I go through here is just because I want to help these areas get as much stimulation as possible, so that as the hair follicle is being developed in the skin and growing up, it's getting more nourishment. So what ends up happening is that by creating this stimulation in your scalp, you're just moving blood supply. So that's really all you're doing. There's not some magic electric current that goes into your hair follicle and makes it stronger. That's not what's going on. All it is a stimulation modality that causes the blood to circulate more. And what is in blood? Nutrition, oxygen. So when you have more circulation going around your hair follicles that are starting to emerge, just like if you were incubating a baby. If you're incubating a baby, you want to send in as much, nutrition as possible. Same thing here. So to stimulate the nutrition surge, that's what this is doing. And what it ends up doing is it ends up helping your hair grow longer, because you're going to get less breakage because the hair follicle is stronger. It's not going to make you just start growing new hair where there's not hair. But if your hair is looking old and damaged and it's breaking off a lot, maybe start incorporating this 2 times a week into your hair. And it's not, just like collagen induction, it's not going to happen overnight. But I started doing this back in 2019. And then in 2020, I got super consistent. And I just feel like it's made a huge impact. But it's taken time. And I take a lot of focus on it. So I realize that's not everybody's situation. However, what I like to remind you guys is if you're able to join me for these Thursday morning lives, then you're able to bring your gear. And we can just do skincare and hair care and try things out together. If you're into microcurrent, bring your microcurrent device and do that while we're sitting here together. If you have a high frequency one, get it out. Do your hair right now. Let me help you remember to do these things and give you that time to actually do it. Because that's the thing we all struggle with. It's not that we don't want to do these things. It's not that we don't see the merits. It's just life is busy and we are busy. And if you're able to watch the YouTube later and that's at your time frame, get your stuff out. Do it now. That way you can care for yourself. Hello, multitasking. Watching me and doing your own skincare. Okay, we got through our head. These will shatter if they fall on the ground. They are glass. So always pull them off of your device before you put it down. Obviously, you probably will just like repack it in its box or whatever. I tend to put things on the table and then they roll off and they break. So hence, one is rolling right now. Okay, you stay there. All right, let's take our mask, let's take our ordinary peeling solution acid peel off and start hydrating our skin. Oh, Woman of the World says, I'm never home enough to get into a routine to have a lot. Well, girl, I can relate to that. It is hard. Kailua Kimmy says, Job's always on conference calls. Maybe I can shut off my camera and work in my... That's awesome. Oh, Woman of the World says she lives vicariously through me and other people in the app. Well, thank you, girl. I'm sorry that you're traveling so much. What do you do? Traveling is awesome. I love it, but it can be a problem for routines. Oh, Jack Moore, thank you so much. Yes, Sunflower, and thank you, La Vieja. It was the ordinary peeling solution, so not really a mask, but an acid. It's the 30% AHA with the 2% salicylic. So I just put it on, I don't know, what do you guys think, 10 minutes? I think that's what I put it on for. And now we're just wiping it off. I think I got it all off. Might do one more pass. I still feel a little tingly. Okay, I think we're okay now. We just need to dry our face. Oh, no. Hey says, I missed the part with the NUA. Could you mention what it does again, please? Yeah. So the NUA is a radio frequency device. So when I was using it, and on YouTube, you can rewatch the video because I'm streaming live on YouTube right now, so it'll be saved there. Whereas on Instagram and TikTok, it's not saved. But the radio frequency device heats up your skin, and that encourages collagen. So, yes, acid of the world, Woman of the World, yes, the ordinary peeling solution tingles a bit. It's an acid, so we want a nice tingle factor. Okay, what's next? Ooh, I haven't used this in a long time. So this is the Ole Henriksen Glow 20H Dark Spot Toner. So it's a high potency AHA also. Okay. So this will be nice because maybe I've never used it. Does it have I've never even used this. Maybe it came in some kit or something. Okay. It does seem like a little bottle. So I just put these kinds of things in my hand and I just rub them together. And I'm just going to take this AHA toner now and just rub it all over my skin. Oh, you guys, you know what I forgot to tell you, and I guess it really doesn't matter, but just so you know, I was going to remove my necklace when I was getting ready to do my radio frequency so that I could explain that you're supposed to remove metal when you do radio frequency and high frequency. Honestly, I have never had an issue with doing radio frequency or high frequency while wearing metal. I know that that's what they all claim, that you should remove all your metal or whatever, and I'm not saying you shouldn't. Like, But I'm just saying that I've done it a lot with Metalon and I've never had an issue. That is, of course, antidotal. So keep that in mind. Okay, the next thing we're going to do now that... Oh, thanks for the badge, Woman of the World. Welcome, Leah. Starting out, I would not do it more than once a week. Oh, hey, Mark, how are you? Are you talking about the Ordinary peeling solution? Yeah, I think once a week is enough. I think if you're really like, especially if you've got really like congested pores and thick skin, then obviously you could probably do 2 times a week. But now that we're in the summer months, I really think, at least if you're in the US, I think once a week, like on a Sunday night, is a nice time to do the Ordinary peeling solution. But as you try products and care for your skin, you're gonna see how your skin tolerates them. So always start slow, like Mark said, with once a week and see what happens. The Ordinary peeling solution is not a deep chemical peel. It is just a nice topical that is going to help exfoliate your skin. We're not talking like TCA peels or something here. Okay, did I even talk about this? I was so excited when I found this. I kind of did like a deep dive into the cupboards yesterday and I was like, ooh, we haven't used these things in forever. And so I pulled out the Mud Masky Vitamin Infused Eye Serum, which, by the way, I just put all over my face because I thought it was a face cream, but it's an eye serum. But you know what? I've never been a believer in eye creams. In fact, somebody was asking me about eye creams this week, and there are fine ones on the market, but I just feel like if you have a face cream that you like, then that is sufficient. There's nothing special in eye creams except sometimes they will have caffeine in them, which can try to tighten the blood vessels to help minimize darkness if that's what you're after. But overall, like, I don't buy special eye creams. Apparently I do, but I use them wherever I want. Okay. Mark, it's so good to see you. Okay. It's all good. Melissa says, I love my thick eye creams. See, you guys, that's why I love our community, and that's the reason I love talking about these things, because Melissa also loves microcurrent. and we can still be besties. She can love microcurrent, she can love thick under eye creams, and I can be opposite. And guess what? We still find middle ground in loving skincare and taking care of ourselves. So I'm going to order the Ordinary Peel. Since legs are tougher than the face, how long should you leave it on? Oh, so Denise, you're planning on putting it on your legs? Yeah, the skin is a lot thicker on the legs. Okay, this is a new sheet mask. I'm apparently putting this on. So, I mean, you're just going to have to test it. I would say that if there's something you're trying to treat on your legs, you probably will need a more aggressive acid peel maybe. But, I mean, get it and try it and see what happens. Definitely the skin is thicker. You could do probably multiple sessions in a week. But, again, I don't know your skin or your legs or what the plan is there. But, yeah, your legs will tolerate a lot more for sure. Okay, this sheet mask is the Joanna. It's the Joanna Vargas Twilight Face Mask. This was like a late night shopping thing on Amazon. I saw this mask pop up and I was like, okay. It says a deep conditioning mask that delivers epidermal growth factor to promote optimal vibrance and an even glow. Fantastic. Oh, I never even showed you what my skin looked like after that peel came off. I don't really know if it's looking any different, but I see like more of a glow. Okay, now we're going to hydrate with this mask, and supposedly this is even going to give us more of a glow. We'll see. We'll see, Joanna Vargas. See what happens. I am loving how big this sheet mask is. Oh my gosh, look at it. It's like made for my big round face. It actually fits. It like actually goes all the way up to my tall, crazy forehead. Look at that. I know, I have like a 7-finger forehead. Okay, so if you have like a really big face, this could be a nice sheet mask for you. It's so annoying when the sheet masks like go there and I'm like, I still have like 3 more inches of head. Okay, so while this is on, remember how I said that Revive LED face device, face scrubber thing comes with a different head? Okay, so this is the little knobby head. So we're just going to use this to just vibrate in the mask for a minute and not totally mess it up. This mask is thicker. It's not like a hydrogel like meal mask. It is definitely a thicker type of material, but I really like this material. It feels great. Where is the box? Okay, so in this you do get 5 masks. This is what the box looks like. And it's from Taiwan. I wonder if it says the material the mask is made out of. It's got arbutin in it. It's got oligopeptides. It's got niacinamide. The oligopeptides to point out are what they're considering. That's what their epidermal growth factors are. There's glycerin, hydrogenated starch. Okay, there's a lot more words that I don't know. So, oh, but I do see more peptides, but I don't see what they're saying the mask is made out of. Anyways, it's like a thick paper, but a nice one. Okay, so you could use this and massage in your face, obviously. Or if you had a serum that you popped on your skin, you could use that also to massage your face. One thing I'm going to do right now while we have the mask on is we're going to get out that Revlon, I think it's Revlon. This bad boy that I've had for a long time. And I thought we could just like give my hair some height because it's kind of flat from yoga. I can't remember the last time I washed it, so it's probably like really gross. But, and hopefully I don't get this super tangled. This could be a mess. As my hair, there's a lot of it. Okay. We'll comb through it just to help this blow drying brush device to go through it. I tie my hair on top of my head every morning for hot yoga, so it kind of gets like weird kinks in it because I'm sweating through that too. But I don't like to wash my hair more than twice a week. And this week, I don't think I've washed it since Sunday, so we might make it all the way back. Okay, our hair is combed through. I know that Andrea loves, Andrea, are you still using this? I know that you love this thing, like we've talked about this in the past. Okay, the only thing is it's going to be annoying because it's like a blow dryer, so it's going to make noise. But basically, if you've never seen this before, it's like a hot wind tunnel that comes up and there's all these holes around it, so it blows out hot air as you're brushing your hair, and it's supposed to be able to give you like a blowout pretty easily. So, which is good for me because with long hair, I can't do the round brush and the blow dryer. Like it's really hard for me. It's also probably a coordination thing. So coordination and long hair, it's just not feasible. Okay, so sorry, I'm gonna sit back so that the noise isn't so bad for you guys, but it's gonna, I won't do this too long. My hair's not wet. Okay. Do you not work anymore? You're plugged in. What did I do? Oh, do you need that button pushed? Okay, here we go. So it does, like, you can see how it does make this like nice finish thing. So we will just continue forward. But I think I'm going to get some hairspray or something because I'm afraid that's going to kind of fall down. So let's just spray our new little piece here to keep it. This is the Orbe texturing spray, so it's not as thick as hairspray, but it helps it helps me at least kind of divide the hair as I go. Hopefully. How could I ever brown brush back there? I would never get that done. Okay, so here's one side kind of done with this, and I think it's doing an okay job. It's making it nice and kind of making it look cleaner than how dirty and wild it was. We'll do the same thing on this side. Okay. Let's see, anything. Suzanne, have a great day. Oh, Jessica asked what kind of bristles. Jessica, this is like the cheapest hair device on Amazon. These are not boarhead. These are definitely, I mean, I'm just telling you from the price point, I'm pretty sure these are synthetic. Because I think Revlon made like 20 million of these, maybe more. I don't know. It's crazy. This thing's been like a bestseller on Amazon for like 5 years. Okay, let's just push that hair back there. And turn the brush on. Speaking of which, does anybody want to know why my hair looks gray here? So somebody on Amazon said, have you tried Sunbabe? And I was like, no. So then I jumped over and bought their hair products. So Sunbabe is like a sun brightening like spray for your hair. And then they also have like a toning mask. So I did the toning mask I did it on Sunday. And when I was in the shower doing it, I decided to look at the instructions, shocker, and it said to only leave it on for like 30 seconds. I had already had it on my hair for like 5 minutes in the shower by the time I realized that. So then I took, and then also I was like, 30 seconds, what's it gonna do? Well, it definitely sits into the hair fast. So that is the reason I have this like interesting gray patch in my hair right now, which I'm not totally against because my goal is to have long gray hair one day. So this is just kind of like a little trial. I wonder if I spray it with some texture spray while it's on, if that helps too. All right. We kind of did our hair. I think it looks fine. A little bit more texturing spray. We'll take off our mask. Didn't make us shine the way that mask promised. What did you say you were going to do? It's a twilight face mask. Deep conditioning, epidermal growth factors to promote a even glow and optimal vibrance. Well, I think we are good. Let's just take that Revive wand really quick and just massage in till we get the serum from that mask completely dried in, because we're going to start layering on our more skincare like sunscreen and primers and contour and highlighter, and we just need everything to be dry in between each layer. Otherwise, things can happen. Crazy things. Feminine Power Life says, can you please do a video on cellulite legs and butt, please? Well, girl, I wish I had like good legs and butt to share that with. If I did, then definitely I would make a video on it, but I'm like so bad at that stuff. Honestly, cellulite is diet and legs and butt are squatting and lunges. That's what everyone tells me. And I see it in myself. When I'm lower in weight, my cellulite goes away. And, you know, but honestly, it's just a food. I wish that all these magic creams, I mean, maybe that fascia blaster, it's not going to get rid of cellulite, but the idea is that it would break up the connective tissue that is causing the inconsistency in skin texture. So even if you're not getting rid of your fat layer, at least the connective tissue isn't making your little fat pockets like look uneven. But I don't know. I'll tell you this. Once I get the legs and butt of my dreams, I will make a video on how I did it. Okay. So now that serum feels like it's rubbed in. It's a bit tacky. Okay, so let's just look at our skin really quickly, close up. I'm gonna go here, here, and there. Okay. So that's what it's looking like after radio frequency, the ordinary peel, doing a mask, vibrating it in. WJM53 says diet, exercise, dry brushing, health, self-care is a full-time job. Oh my gosh, WJM53. You're preaching to the choir. It is a full-time job. That's the reason I try to tell you guys that sometimes you're probably like, how does she get all these things in or done or whatever? Well, I'm making content on it every single day. So you can imagine that that is my focus. It is my job. So yes, I know. Okay. Sunscreen. So I am using the Shiseido 50. This is a great, beautiful sunscreen. I love how big it is in the bottle too. Because you know, like face sunscreens these days, it's like they give you like the smallest bottle, which I think for a lot of people, they think, oh, well, I shouldn't use very much. And it's like, no, you need to use a lot. I don't know why they make sunscreen in such small bottles besides the obvious of reselling it. You see that Shiseido has just like a really beautiful luminous glow, but for a 50, look at how well it goes in. There's not like, I mean, there might be a little bit of a flashback if I was taking pictures or whatever, but I don't feel like it's a ghosting look. Speaking of which, if you, not that I ever do this because I wear sunscreen every day and I take pictures and video every day, but if you are doing family pictures or something, you might not want to wear sunscreen to it just because of the flashback that mineral-based sunscreens can give. But, and chemical ones because they're both pushing it back. So if you've ever felt like your face looked like white or like extra white in a picture, it could be because of the flashback. But honestly, I don't know. Most people don't take pictures with flashes, so you probably shouldn't have an issue with it. I have something really weird on my hands. Okay. I've got a treat for you guys today. Do I even have makeup stuff? Yes. So some of you might remember that a few months ago I bought that Clé de Peau foundation. So I forgot about it. I haven't been using it. I know it's so expensive and I haven't done anything with it. But then I was thinking, oh, I really like this Say Glow. So I thought I would mix them together to give more of a glow to my Clé de Peau. And I'm hoping that this science project goes well and I don't end up with like a messed up face. Okay, so let's see. Here's the Say, and this is the Sun Glow Glowy Super Gel. So you can see it's like really dark. This is what it looks like. And then I'm gonna take my Clé de Peau foundation. I don't know how much I need. I can't remember how much this, okay, I think that's enough actually, just like one pump of it. Okay, now I'm gonna just like mix them together on my hand, and I think this might be nice or it might go really bad, all of which is okay. I mean, I don't want to start over but I think this is going to work out. Okay, let's see. Here is, We'll start with a makeup foundation brush just at, oh, and here, YouTube. We'll bring you guys in. Okay, we're closer now. Okay, everyone's ready. Okay, got a mirror. Okay. If you've ever used this foundation before, you know how beautiful it is. I was a skeptic. I waited a really long time to buy it, and then finally I was just like, fine, I'll try it. But I just hate things like this that are so expensive. $130 for foundation? What? I think the one pump was definitely enough, and I think that they're working really well together. Definitely the Say gel made my foundation just a little bit darker, which is nice, but gave it more of a sheen because it definitely was like less sheeny before. Okay. We'll just hit our neck where we have bruises. Just, I don't know. Just ignore my neck. Okay. Actually, this looks really pretty. We'll just pounce our sponge on top of it to get rid of any inconsistency in lines or anything. So it's a really thin layer that I did. I'll show you. So you can still see imperfections in my skin. It's not like completely flawless or anything, but it's nice and thin, and it definitely has a pretty glow, and it just has made everything look so much more polished, right? You can see. Oh, Bellafit says, oh yay, just seeing that you're alive, did not see a notification. Oh, sorry, girl. You know how it is. Like, even people across all platforms say this to me. They're like, I signed up for notifications and I don't get them. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I don't know. You know, I think that these platforms want us on them. I'm sure when Amazon sees all of my like stories today where I tag them as I'm not doing it anymore, they're going to be like concerned, because the whole point of platforms is to keep people there. And if creators don't want to even be there, then who's going to want to be there like watching it? So they definitely need to improve their infrastructure. And so that same concept goes across all these other ones. They want you getting the notifications. So I don't know why the platforms struggle so much with that. This is a throwback. So this is the Maybelline Instant Age Eraser. I remember when I first got this and I was like, this is amazing. It was back before I had tried a lot of concealers, and I just thought, this is so great, so easy. And it is. So it's like you just pounce it in the center. This one's darker than concealers that I'm using these days, but I thought it would work good because we are trying to be tanner. So this actually seems to be more in line with what I've got going on right now. But this, I always felt like was such a good cheap concealer. It works so well. I always take like the extra concealer on my finger from the inner corners of my eye, and I just like always pat it on the top of my nose just to like use it up. Okay, good. So I have this Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer bronzer, and I thought maybe I would use it as a contour, but I think I remember using this in Tahiti and I like used way too much, so we'll see what happens. there's this new makeup guy I started following on, he's new to me, not necessarily new on Instagram or whatever. I started following him the other night, and he has this like really beautiful model, and she's like very tan but has freckles, and I'm like, gosh, she looks so pretty. I wanted to like recreate all these looks that he was doing with her, but obviously they're gonna look different on different people. But her skin, she's really beautiful. Okay, and she's probably like 18. But I never looked like that at 18. She's just gorgeous. I'm sure she'll be gorgeous at 40. Okay. So I'm just taking that Laura Mercier tint and just, I don't really feel like it's showing up that much, but again, this is like a thin makeup application. So doing these like almost like watercolor layers allows us to give some definition, but also hold on to looking like it's our skin, because nobody wants to look like, you know, you just want to look like your best self, but real, not something else. That's honestly why I don't like other people doing my makeup, because I always feel like I come away looking like not myself. So even for my wedding, I did my own makeup because I was just like, no. I'd been to too many dances and proms where I got my makeup done, and I was just like, no, I don't like it. I don't like other people doing my makeup. Okay, so this is the contour palette from Lorac. We're gonna use that after we put down a little bit of setting powder, just because we have like a lot of creams going on. And we're gonna do some peachy blushes today, which I think will be pretty. And we have like a peachy glossy lip, so I think that could be nice. So I'm putting this powder on because I'm gonna use the contour palette to put on some more color on my face, and I don't want it being impossible to blend, because you can imagine if you lay powder down, and I feel like I'm preaching to the choir, so I just say this to fill time. But if you have creams on your face and then you just take a dark powder, like a contour color, and you just pack it on your face, it's gonna be really hard to blend that out, because you're putting it kind of like on wet mud. You're taking like sand and putting it on wet mud, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna kind of absorb in. So for contour, we'll do this medium color here, since it's summer. And okay, yeah. I wasn't sure how much that Laura Mercier would read, so it was nice, but I think if you want more intense kind of contour, especially for the summer, I would have needed to use a lot more of it, or we're just gonna layer in some powder on top of it. And I just kind of like do this in my hairline. Again, I have a really tall forehead, so you might not have the same space. Just like I can't do a lot of eye looks because I don't have, you know, the same eyes as some people. Like, we all have our benefits and our things that we, you know, struggle with or whatever. Not that I struggle with my eyes, but, you know, just like saying, like, some people have like just amazing areas for eyeshadow, and some of us have eyes that don't have a lot of space for eyeshadow. And we do the best that we can. So yeah, it's kind of like this like halo that I do from my cheeks, like around my forehead and then there. And this same color we'll use also just to like swipe it really quick into our eye sockets to give us a little bit of dimension and, you know, set them in. Some people like to call that their transition shade. I like to just call it my contour shade that sets my eyes deeper. Okay. Also, if you wanted any like chiseling of the jawline, and if you had any bruises on your neck that you wanted to kind of like help minimize, you could also take this down on your neck and just kind of bring it all together and camouflage the bruises. Okay. So now that I tanned my neck with this shade, it looks set back a little bit more, like, you know, it's back, because, well, it is, but okay. Let's look at our different colors. So this is the L'Oreal True Match Blush. They say it's super blendable. If you can get the compact open, it's one of those two compacts. So on this side, it's got the little brush, which I'll never use. And then on this side, we've got the powder. So let's see. It's not against, I'm not against using the brush in there. I'm not like, oh, that's, no, I would use it. It's just that I usually have other brushes going. So I'm not going to like pull that little brush out. And honestly, I don't do makeup on the go. So I don't, that's the reason I think I would never use it. Okay, so this is a peachy color that I'm just going to start just like kind of stamping in the area. Sorry, people are trying to airdrop me things while I'm streaming. It's like taking over my phones. Okay, so that's one side with the peach on. And I think that looks pretty. So we'll do the same concept on this side. I do like to keep everything higher. What I've found is if I start low, then everything kind of gets low. So I don't even start mid, I like start like high. And that way it just seems higher, right? Which makes sense. I also like taking, like if I'm using like a color like this and just using it in my eye too, on top of the little contour shade that we did. Just for like a nice like peachy look. Okay, so, okay, we have this highlighter. This is the Revolution in Highlighter Reloaded Make an Impact. This will probably also work really well for eyes. Oh my gosh, this looks pretty. Are you gonna, oh, yes you do. You have a lot of prettiness to you. Okay, so that's kind of got like this like gold shimmer on top of that peach. You can kind of see it's got like, it's definitely warm in its shimmer. Then you can take your finger if you want and you can just lay that into your eye. You could do a little dab on your nose to make it shine a little bit more. Also, you can take it on the tops of your Cupid's bow and a little bit of the Filtrums to make it pop. Now I know that kind of looks like I have a milk mustache, but when we do the liner and everything, it will look a little bit. Oh, Kimmy, you like it? Thanks, girl. Wait, so Kimmy, am I going to see you in Hawaii? Are you on Oahu? So when I come in July, will you be there? Okay, let's see. Oh, this is what I want to do in my eyes. I forgot. Okay, I got this Tarte Quick Stick. Has anybody seen this or used this? So one side is like this highlighting pencil, and then the other side, because my hands are too sweaty. Okay. The other side is like a dark pencil that you could do liner with. So I thought this could be fun to use this pencil in our eyes. So I'm going to use the liner side first. And I don't know. Oh, it's super soft. Okay. Whoa. Okay, we've gotten a little bit of liner there. We'll do a little. This is so soft. I'm like afraid. I definitely like a harder liner. Hence, I'm really bad at liquid liner. we're going to need something to help that a little bit. I can't just do liner and not buff it a little bit. Like I can't do a straight enough line to make it look perfect. So I always go back and just kind of like buff out the liner a little bit so that it doesn't look like a harsh line and looks softer. I think I did too much on that side. It's like the one thing I did appreciate about this new makeup tutorial guy, and I'm sorry I say this and then I can't remember what his name is, he did say something about eyeliner, and he's like, anybody who tells you eyeliner only takes like a minute, they're not they're not doing it. He's like, eyeliner at least takes 10 minutes, and I'm like, oh great. We're not going to spend 10 minutes and we're not, okay, see, okay, I think this is a good example of how much, this is backwards to me. Look at how much, which eye am I looking at? One eye looks more lifted. In the camera, it's that eye. Does this eye look more lifted to you? I feel like they don't look the same. Because this one has more shadow. Well, that liner kind of like, see, I've had to like buff it up. I might have to see if I can move. Okay, we're moving. See how soft this liner is? Oh my gosh, I feel like it's gonna smear everywhere. It's like working it easier than eyeshadow. Okay. Well, at least we're not going anywhere today. Well, no, that's not true. Well, we'll see. I've got to do some things. Okay, this is the other side. Let's just see if we can like blend it out some and give ourselves some sheer or some more shimmer in here. We can also clean up that liner with, it actually looks like this is going to do a nice job for us. Ooh. Okay. One eye looks so much better than the other, and I can't even tell in my mirror why that is. I've got to get better at this pencil, but I think that this is an awesome travel pencil because you get the liner and this great color in one. And it laid down nice. Okay, I like it. One eye is just going to be a little bit more intense than the other. Let's line our lip. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Oh, and that Tarte pencil that I had, that is in color rose gold luster with black. So that is what we're looking at. Why? I just need to get rid of that edge, the shadow. The shadow is like accentuating where that hangy skin is and making it look even more. And I have a vein over here too that gives some shadow, which is annoying. Okay, hopefully that one's like, I don't know, that eye is gonna drive me crazy now. Okay, we've got our lip liner on, and then I have this really beautiful, also from Makeup Revolution, is this Shimmer Balm, which I thought was really pretty for like this whole look. And look at, oh, I thought I hit my tooth with the liner. Please tell me I'm not the only one who gets stuff everywhere. Ooh, I like this gloss. I forgot how much I like this gloss. See, that's why I have to go into those cupboards. All right, let's do our brows and our lashes, and we will be good to go for today. Okay, let's see. Oh, I saw somebody said use concealers. Yeah, I just hate using a lot of concealers. I like having like a polished sheer look done. It's not that I'm opposed to concealers, but I don't typically do too much of them. Like I don't do concealer all over my face or, but I know some people like for their eyelids, they'll do the primers and stuff too. That's really not my jam either. I just kind of like a quick eye. Sometimes it goes my way, sometimes it doesn't. So this is the Benefit Precise Brow Pencil, and I use it in 3.5. I also have 3, but 3.5 is definitely my favorite color in this pencil. And I appreciate that they have so many browns. They do such a great job with having a lot of great colors. Okay, so now our brows are on. Gosh, I swear brows make such a big difference. Let's just set them with a little bit of gel. This is also from Benefit. This is not my wax. This is just a clear gel for setting them. Oh, Melissa says that the gloss reminds her of the Fenty gloss. But yeah, but cheaper. This is the first time I'm using this mascara. I found it in a box. So this is the Man Eater Tarte Mascara. The wand is a little thick, but it's not like furry. So I don't know. Has anybody used this mascara before? Okay, it seems to be going on nice, and I don't see like a lot of clumps coming through the ends. Okay, let's just do a little bit on the bottoms. Okay, not that it's going to make a huge difference from what you can see, but this eye has mascara on it and this eye does not. Mascara eye, not. I don't think you can tell the difference. Let's do this eye though. You can't tell the difference because number one, I'm really bad at applying mascara. Number two, I have really short lashes. And number three, I do miss my lash extensions. It's true. But then everybody was like, you look better without your lash extensions. I was like, really? Because this is so painful for me. I just like having the lash extensions on. And I don't care if a product says it's waterproof. I find a way to make that not true. Okay, I did a better job on the lashes on this side because the brush had less on it. All right, lashes, check. Gloss, check. Hair, check. Face and sunscreen, check. Okay, you guys, I just don't do mascara. Benefit says, I know. You tint your lashes? I've done that before. It always smears for you too? Okay, well, I'm glad I'm not alone because I feel like I'm living in a crazy house with all these tubes that tell me they're waterproof and smear proof. And I'm like, am I the only person who doesn't understand? I will say this, that Blink tube, is it Blick or Blink tube mascara? Super impressed with. So I've been trying a lot of different ones. So that's the reason I tried this one today. That Blink tube mascara does not smear on me. Like, it's incredible. Super happy and impressed with that mascara if I can't have extensions on. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much. I'm glad you guys were able to join me today, and I will continue doing these on Thursdays when I'm in town. Next week I'll actually be out of town, so we will not have our live Thursday morning beauty routine, but I will return and we will do it again. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye, TikTok. And YouTube, you guys are the best. I'll see you